Welcome to Bears in Exile. Today is Monday, October the 15th, and this is the market overview. Looking at the Dow, SPX, VIX, TNA, UUP, FXE, and all of the rest. Why go through the whole long list? Alright, so today was a very positive day for the Bulls. 95 points to the upside on the Dow. And very interesting after a initial, spike and plunge and climb. But anyways, there is plenty to see tonight. So, we were in the area where we said should be caught, and it certainly was tested. I mean, it looked good, it looked bad, it looked good, it looked bad, and now today, it looks good once again. How about that? Nice big green candle getting back above the long-term moving average bar, breaking the midpoint of the big red candle, not yet getting to the top. And beyond that, we were talking about the possibility of a secondary reset. We had the fast stochastic on Friday leveling out, but didn't have too, conclusive of evidence that was going to be the case. Well, today certainly improves those odds. MACD histogram ticking up, MACD still down, RSI up, CCI continuing to go up, and stochastics turning up. Only real holdout, 14-day RSI moving average, which we know secondary resets, stochastics go up to meet the 14-day and then continue its move. So potentially we could have, a positive week. But all is not perfect in bull land, so I'll show that as well. But anyways, for the daily looks really nice. Daily looks really nice. 60-minute time frame. Yes. Oh yes. We can see the initial big move up. It retreated and then it just charged on forward. Very nice. And interesting, you can see the these previous lows that we had back here. And where does it crap out today? But right, where was it? I had it a little while ago. Yeah, right there. Just coming in at a previous low and then retreating slightly. You might see that and say, it's not a big deal, whatever. And you're right, that isn't the big deal. We don't have anything in the heat map suggesting that we have a top area yet. However, we are losing some steam in the histogram, stochastics, and CCI. 14-day has yet to get to the top in the 60-minute time frame. That's what I would really be looking for. But already, few little warning signs. Not to say that it can't have more to the upside, but certainly. Once the 14-day gets to the top, I would watch out. The question will be, how high can it go? Could already be finished, but it's just unknown at this point. I would kind of be looking in right here, personally. But anyways, that is just a guess. So, daily, very positive, and 60-minute, somewhat shaky. Not bad. Not bad. And SPX, more of the same. Yep. We have everything trying to turn up. Daily looks just dandy. Just dandy. And kind of funny, it's high today, meeting up with this little area of lows from before. So we'll see if that breaks out and see what else it wants to do. But daily time frame, no problem for the Bulls. They look pretty darn good. And 60-minute, just to see if there's any difference. There's a top from today. Top from today, and it actually looks better because it exceeded the lows from over here. So I think that that is even more positive for SPX. And you can see, like with the MACD histogram, you're not losing as much towards the end of the day. So SPX better than the Dow, and definitely bullish in the daily or the 60-minute as well. So there's a minute difference, and that's why I was taking a look at it. Going on to the VIX. Oh yes, look at this thing. We've talked about, well, many times about descending highs, hoping for a breakout to the upside so that that cycle of events can stop. But alas, no. Down once again. Long-term moving average bar is taking all kinds of damage, so that's going to be good for the next time it tries to go up. But at least in the short term, this looks not that great. Yeah, we have a bottoming area in the heat map that is nice. Doesn't mean it's going to be caught right here. I'd be very interested in the major price consensus level, personally. I think that is the real area to look for, just above 14.5. Beyond that, 14-day RSI moving average still moving up, but we're going down in the CCI, stochastics, RSI, MACD, and the MACD histogram, absolutely without a doubt bearish in the daily for the VIX. No doubt. Terrible all around. And TNA, the small caps, notice they didn't get quite as big a move as the Dow and SPX. Very, very interesting. I mean, percentage-wise, they did really good, but you know, candle-wise, size-wise, it doesn't look that great. It made a new recent low today, but it is a hammer at the bottom of a range. Perhaps a really good sign for the bulls, but we just don't know at this moment. Beyond that, uptick on the MACD histogram, moving up on everything except the 14-day RSI moving average, which is, well, let's see exactly where it is. It's at the halfway mark. And the MACD also still pointing down, so this one, even though it looks pretty darn good for further bounce, well, it does look pretty darn good for bounce. I guess I should just leave it at that. It looks pretty good for a bounce. How about that? I guess everything can't look like the Dow and SPX. Alright. Moving on to UUP, the dollar. Kind of interesting how the dollar was up today and the markets were up. Doesn't jive too well. I mean, it wasn't impressively up or anything like that, but nonetheless it was up. We still have the MACD histogram trending down slightly. MACD still moving up, RSI down, stochastics down, CCI up, 14-day RSI moving average up. This actually doesn't look terribly bearish in the daily, which is unusual. I mean, you can have the MACD histogram pop back up very easily in this kind of a descent. Same thing with the stochastics, if fast meeting the 14-day RSI moving average. It's now going to be in the danger zone for it to turn. And we already have the CCI moving up. This doesn't look bad, which is at odds with the overall market. So, very interesting. And looking for confirmation, FXE. Yeah, FXE had a small, very small down day. And for the most part, well, histogram going up, RSI up, stochastics up. But yeah, it's the perfect inverse of UUP. And so there's nothing special to see here. I was hoping maybe there'd be some kind of a difference or something that would be interesting, but no. Matter of fact, you have high, lower high, lower high. Question would be, can you make, what kind of low will it put in? I mean, you have ascending lows as well. We had been thinking of 200-day moving average, long-term moving average bar test. Doesn't seem to be willing to take that move at the moment, but I guess time will tell. And USO oil. Yeah, this one makes a lot of sense. When oil is bullish, the market is bullish. And what is oil today? It's bullish. Closes unchanged from Friday, which but green for the day, so that's nice. Beyond that, looks pretty rickety to me. CCI in decline, no bottoming area in the heat map. We've worked that off. Stochastics look like they want to go down. 14-day RSI moving average staying down. Barely up on the RSI, barely up on the histogram, barely up on the MACD, although it is completing a bullish cross. So, yeah, pretty rickety. If this one wants to go down and retest the previous low, which it should want to do at some point, certainly that won't be good for the market overall. Very interesting. And CompQ, the NASDAQ, finally getting a little bump up. This one should be a good tell, at least in the short term. I mean, we have uptick. Uptick gives us a target up here at, I'll just call it an even 30.90. Should be a nice little move from where it is now. New recent low today, bearish. Hammer, bottom of a range, possible turn, and everything trying to curl back up. This doesn't look bad in the daily at all, and with an uptick, that's a really good indication that there should be some more upside, at least to here. Once it craps out, if it craps out at that point, it'll be really, really bad for the market overall. So, short term, yeah, positive. And GE trying to get a better read on the Dow. Not impressive. Not as nice as the Dow today. Secondary reset. Yeah. I mean, not as nice. We still have some green in the heat map. We still have the 14-day RSI moving average going down. The stochastics are in disagreement. We don't have both of them pointing up. Barely up on the CCI. Barely up on the RSI, down on the histogram, and very, very, very slight uptick on the MACD histogram. So, yeah, and it's a fat body spinning top. That is not a great indication of strength here. Very interesting. And Apple. They have a very nice hammer. It's not a new recent low. We do have an uptick today. Uptick gives us a target of 650. So, $15 to the upside. We do have a bottoming area still in the heat map. Had that for a few days now. And it is struggling, trying to do something about it. And beyond that, yeah, good uptick on the MACD histogram, up on the RSI. Not convincing at all on the stochastics, barely up on the CCI. 14-day RSI moving average still pointing down, holding low. MACD still pointing down. Yeah, we have an uptick target. Does it look good beyond that? Have to have some real development in the secondaries. Moving on. JP Morgan. So, that's nice. That's a really nice candle. Not a new recent high, but very nice. Beyond that, everything is trying to move up, except for the 14-day RSI moving average. We can see that, yeah, we don't have too far to go on everything before theoretically it should be topped out and join the 14-day to move to the bottom. But for today, yeah, it looks nice. For tomorrow, yeah, it probably looks nice. Does that mean it can last the week? Yeah. I don't know about that. XLF, financials as a whole. Very different, once again, than JP Morgan. Yeah, the candle's the same. Strength is nice. Nowhere near the previous highs. And everything is trying to turn up. 14-day RSI moving average still moving down. We talked about this one having more development. And we can see that the slow stochastic has not even left the 14-day RSI moving average yet. So how much can this go up before it has problems? It has more room than JP Morgan, sure. But beyond that, does it have like the entire range to move? No, it does not. So nice for the moment, nice for tomorrow, but very questionable midterm outlook. And I think that's going to be about it. Oh, GLD. Just haven't been too enthused by this one. Normally when gold is going up, market's going up. And interestingly enough, yeah, gold's going down. Very interesting. Making a new recent low today. Almost getting to the the lower price consensus level for this month. Doing some damage to the long-term moving average bar. That'll show up later. And everything is pointing down. This looks poor. Saving grace, hammer, bottom of a range. But this would be a new pivot low if it is done already. So new pivot low. If you get a lower high, then this one's probably in really big trouble. It would seem to me that would be bad for the market overall. But I guess we shall see. And that's going to be it for tonight. As always, all investing decisions are your own. This chart and video for entertainment, educational, and consumption of time purposes only. Thank you very much.